Hello and welcome to my channel. If you are seeing me for the first time, my name is Samuel, and on this channel I'll be showing you some scary stories, mysterious stories, science fiction stories, and also real life stories. And these stories are going to be an AI generated stories. So as you are watching and enjoying the stories, I will be giving you tips and then how I came up with those incredible visuals and then incredible narrations. Without wasting much of your time, I've gotten a nice story for you. Let's check it out, and after that I'll show you how I came up with this amazing video. Let's get into it.
A long time ago in Africa, there was a village called Ogadimma. It sat in the middle of red soil, deep forest, and rivers that sang at night. The people lived in fear of one thing, a god they called Ekuru. But Ekuru was not a kind god. He was a big, black dragon. Every full moon, he flew across the sky, loud like thunder. When he roared, everyone in the village fell to the ground, face down. No one moved, no one looked up, no one made a sound. Because the dragon always took one person. It could be anyone, a child, a mother, a farmer, even the king's son. There was no warning, just a roar, then silence, then one person gone. This had happened for many, many years. Even the oldest man in the village said it happened when he was a little boy. The elders said this was balance. The priest said it was tradition. And the people, tired and scared, just called it normal. But then, something strange happened. A young woman named Mo, who lived alone after her husband died, became pregnant. She had not been with any man. Still, her belly grew. People whispered. Some said she was cursed. Some said she was blessed. But Mo just smiled and touched her belly. It was like she knew something no one else knew. The chief priest, Enyanwiyo, went into his shrine. He lit fire and read his bones. What he saw scared him. He saw a baby covered in fire, standing above a burning dragon. A sword of light. A loud roar. Then silence. The priest was afraid. He ran to the king. That baby would destroy everything. He is not a child. He is danger. The king said, then we must stop him. They tried. They sent soldiers. They used magic. They lit her house on fire. But nothing worked. Their spears broke. Their magic failed. The fire went cold near her house. So Mo ran away into the forest. She gave birth beside a quiet river, under the full moon. She named her son Obinna, which means father's heart. The baby didn't cry. He just looked up at the stars. Mo held him close and whispered, "You are not a curse. You are the answer." Obinna grew fast, like fire on dry grass. At age 5, birds came when he called. At 10, he walked on water. When he laughed, trees danced. When he was sad, the sky turned dark. But he was gentle. He stayed in the forest with his mother, learning from nature. But every full moon, the dragon still came. One more person died. And Obinna watched. When he turned 16, he started having dreams. One day he told his mother, "It is time." Mo cried. "They will fear you. They may hurt you." Obinna said, "They have lived in fear too long. I must stop it." He walked into Ogadimma. Everyone stopped and stared. Some remembered him, others didn't. But all felt something strange, fear and hope. He walked to the palace. The guards tried to stop him, but wind blew them away. The doors opened. The old king sat shaking. "You," he said. "I have come to end this," Obinna said. "You will bring trouble," the king said. "I will bring peace," Obinna replied. That night, the full moon rose. The drums beat, slow and deep. Smoke rose. People hid. Fires went out. Then came the roar. Ekuru flew through the sky, fire in his mouth, eyes like suns. Everyone dropped to the ground. Everyone except one. Obinna stood in the village square. No sword. No shield. Just himself. The dragon saw him. It came lower. The dragon said, "You were born to die." Obinna said, "No." There was no scream. Just a big light, so bright, it turned night into day. When the light was gone, the dragon was dust. Obinna lay still. Mo ran and held him. He smiled once, then closed his eyes. He was gone. The village was quiet. Then someone stood, then another. Then the drums started again. But this time, they played for joy. They built a statue where Obinna fell. Not with gold or stone, but with earth and fire. Now, every full moon, the people gather, not to hide, but to dance. To remember Obinna, the boy who stood when no one else did. The boy who made the dragon fall. Forever. Subscribe and I'll see you next week.
Come back from watching that video. I know you found that video very interesting, so don't forget to give this video a thumbs up. So this is how the video came about. I had the idea, so I gave ChatGPT the option: write a fictional story for me with simple English. The setting is an African base. In the village of a god, a god people worship was every month the god demanded. So I gave ChatGPT the idea about the whole story. Like, the people, they worship a god, a wicked god who always take one person every month. So I told him the people call the month every full moon. So ChatGPT wrote, and then they even give a title: The Last Flight of the Dragon. That's the title ChatGPT gave the story. So after going through the story, I realized this script cannot generate even a 5 minute audio. So I told ChatGPT to write to increase the words. So I told him to write something that can generate an audio of 6 to 7 minutes audio. So he started writing again. So ChatGPT rewrote the story, the entire story again. And then I saw that he was labeling them, like he was delivering every story. So I told him to stop labeling them, just write it raw story that will be used to generate an audio. I don't want a situation whereby the audio be like part 1, part 2. No, I don't want it the same way. So ChatGPT wrote this, and I found this one very, very encouraging and very, very. So I copied that story and then I pasted it somewhere, and I did my every editing that I had to do. I did everything. So I use this app. This is Vispress. So I use Vispress. Vispress is what I use to generate my audio. It is a very, very nice tool. It's a very nice tool that give you search for dream face. Dream face is what I used. The picture, as you can see, the picture here is what I generated. And then this picture is also an AI generated something. I told ChatGPT, I wrote the script for him, and then generated the story. I generated the prompt to generate this picture. So this picture was actually a prompt I gave ChatGPT that wrote that he wrote the script for me, and I used that script to do what? To generate this picture. So I sent this picture to Dreamface, and then they will give you a session. The session that they give you the part, either you pay the script or you bring in audio for your avatar or your picture to lip sync what the audio you provided or the text you have. So this is how I came up with this story. So if you find this video interesting, as I said, give it a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel, and I will see you next time.